like, this looks way more legit.
Yeah.
Like if someone were to walk in, they'd be like, oh damn.
Can we take this time to get a drink?
We just need a drink. Look at the dude. I hate the intro too. I just want to do it. Well, keep going left to your right a little bit. Okay, perfect. What's going on, fam? Today we're going to be installing a CTS Turbo intake on this 1.8 TSI Mark 6 Jetta. We double checked if you have like a Mark 5 2.0 TSI or a Mark 6 2.0 TSI, or if you just have this 1.8 TSI engine in your Mark 6, this is going to be the same sort of install situation. So if or Passat, and so if I tag this as like a Mark 6 Jetta, Passat, whatever, no, I didn't just do that for likes. This is going to be exactly the same. Oh, something a little different is we did buy lights for this video and for future videos.
We look better now.
We look amazing.
Yeah. It's pretty legit.
And I know some of you guys are complaining that I wasn't able to get good light in some of the past videos, and that's because our LED flashlights cause this weird blinking effect because the refresh rate of the LED doesn't match the frame rate of the camera. But I bought these lights in hopes to be able to provide a better video experience. So if you're like a longtime follower and you like this change, please comment below to let me know that this is better, or if it's worse, or if it's pretty much the same.
Well, if you go back to like our headlight install video, watch that, then watch this and see like how far we've come along.
Or even better, the strut mount.
Strut mount video. That was on like a GoPro.
When I did when I did the strut mount video, go back and watch that to see how far the quality has come.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm not like a filmmaker, but I'm just trying to make a higher quality video. So let me know if you like the lights, but otherwise we're gonna go ahead and get started on this intake.
So when you get to it, you're gonna notice that you have this piece, which you don't need to remove because it's just dangling in there. Nowhere in this little sleeve down there. Like that.
Sleeve, yeah, we're gonna call it a sleeve.
Literally a sleeve. We're not gonna call it what we called it before. So also, you're gonna have this coolant hose that's kind of in the way, so which is like wrapped around there as such, and this is down here like that. You're gonna basically get kind of to that point where you're like, oh shit. So you basically lift it out, and you're going to kind of just loop it around instead of disconnecting that coolant line. If it was in vacuum line or something like that, we could do it, but it's coolant. So also, it's going to seem like you don't have anything mounted up, but you just have these two grommet points here and here that they're just rubber grommets that are attached to the airbox that you just pull out of it. So you have one bolt actually holding it down, besides the clamps and everything else. So you're just gonna need to give some good tugs and just pop it off. So here's one point, and then the other point, the grommet's here. Also, when you get to this piece, if you don't have the specific pliers for these clamps, they're super nice. The clamps that are specific for these clamps are super nice. Otherwise, this AC line's kind of in the way. So what I had to do, I had to clamp it with the channel locks and hold it. And while I'm holding it, I grabbed, this would be down there, I grabbed it as I'm holding it and just pulled up and got it out of there. Another note, you'll notice that you have blowback, which happens unless you have a catch can, which eliminates a lot of this, but all this goes into your turbo.
If none of this stuff made sense, just comment below and we'll try to answer any of your questions. But we're going to start with the install process now.
Do I look good?
You look at a model, fam.
Damn, I'm about to bust these out anytime I gotta take a selfie.
I'm keeping this in so
You might have to spit on it. Probably not, though.
All right, so as you can see, it's all done now. A couple things that I want to touch on is, for instance, this coupling, this silicone coupling is too long. Later on, if you want to, you can trim some off if you want to. I would recommend on his, I would trim probably an inch off of that so it looks a little bit cleaner, so it doesn't come up around that bend right here. There's no need for it to do that. I know this is for multiple applications, so that might be why it's a little bit longer. The breather filter right here was not ordered when we ordered this intake. Misplaced on that, no big deal. If your local hardware store has 1 inch in diameter, would work for this, or if you want to get a clean looking one, get the CTS one. It's a push connect, you push it in and it clips right in and it works with the plastic system that's already right here. Another couple things is this hose right down here. Another breather one, the vent case one, should be for the attached to the probably PCV system. That one needed to be trimmed 1 inch on this application in this motor and vehicle. It might be different for yours because this is for multiple different motors, so it could be slightly different. And then when you're assembling all this together, you have multiple clamps and multiple mounting points on this. You want to keep them all loose so you can get everything situated on how you want it and how it fits cleanly and how it looks best and fits best. And then once it's where you want it, you want to go back through and tighten everything down once it's all in there and it's assembled. That's the best way to get it, because you want to tighten here because you're going to have no flexing point when you get over here. The best thing to do is keep it loose, and then when you get towards the end, tighten it all down once you're at the point you want it. I know if you say you install the clamp before you put the intake in there, you want to be able to get to the clamp if you need to get to it. So like these ones are accessible. This one's accessible for the filter to clean it when it needs to be cleaned. These ones are accessible through the back. These ones are accessible through over here. So you want to keep everything accessible, so if you need to take it apart, it's easy to take it apart instead of you put it together beforehand and you put it in there together and you're like, crap, I can't get to that. You're gonna basically save yourself a headache later on down the road.
All right, so that's it for the intake install video. Out of 10, 1 being you have no idea how to use tools, 10 being like you're a mechanic. 3, it's pretty easy. You can do this in your driveway. You don't need a lift. You don't need a bunch of fancy tools. You just need like a toolbox and you could probably figure it out. But the sound difference is shocking. I've never like intentionally listened to an intake before and after, but it's way louder than stock. Well, that's it. I mean, I hope you guys like this kind of video. And that's pretty much it. So if you guys like this, subscribe and like and finger guns, and that's how we're ending the video.